sunshine dreamers, and welcome to the second episode of what to call our Sims based on the Toddler Traits. Today we will be doing the Charmer Toddler Trait, wow that's a tongue twister, and we'll be looking at a variety of different names with different meanings. Stay tuned! When we think of the Charmer Toddler Trait, the first names that come straight into my mind are Romeo and Juliet. Now you may laugh because of the popular Shakespeare play, but if you isolate these names and say them separately, they are so beautiful and they really work for a toddler that you see to be loving and follow their heart. And I have a friend actually whose son is named Romeo and it is just beautiful. And then Juliet as a separate variation. Obviously you wouldn't want them as siblings or anything like that. I mean, good going if you do though, by all means, but I think they just work really well on their own. They are beautiful. But anyway, let's dive straight into the names that I have for the boys. We'll start with this time. The first thing that comes into my mind when I think of Charmer toddlers is love. Like, they're so loving and you love them, and I think the really genuine Charmer toddlers definitely have that trait. So what better name than a name that means love? So the first one for the boys that we have here is Tristan. Tristan. Now, Tris works as a good nickname, or you can even just keep it as that shortened name if you prefer. Now, this name has a Celtic origin, and basically, I was doing a little bit of research, and in the Middle Ages, Tristan was the nephew of the King of Cornwall, I believe, and he just fell in love with a princess from Ireland, and I just love the fact that there's that lovely story behind it. Like, maybe your Tristan could grow up to fall in love with a really powerful woman. I just think it'd be really a beautiful little tale. Another name for a boy to do with love is Connelly. Connelly. Oh my goodness, am I in love with this name? I've been watching the Normal People series recently and Connell is in that series and I'm in love. And I just think the name Connelly in general would make a nice alternative to like Connor, which is a bit more well used. And the name means love and friendship and it's like Irish, and I just think it's so sweet. And I like that meaning of friendship as well, because it suggests that they're not just loving in a romantic way, but they'd also have like little buddies that they get on really well with. I just think maybe loyalty would be a great trait in your little Connelly. Okay, a little bit of a wild card here is the name Paris. Paris. Now obviously this is the city of love, so I just think it had to be included in this Charmer baby list. It's just a must, isn't it? But why not even give your baby little Paris the trait of, you know, living in the city, and maybe he could just be a massive romancer in the city of San Myshuno. I just think, he could be such a charmer and it could work so well. Okay, a bit of a different slant on the names meaning and associated with love now is names that are to do with being beloved. Now, I think charmers, they're not just, you know, loving and caring, but also they have a way of making people fall in love with them and care about them right from that young toddler age. So the first name that I have here is Aziz. Aziz. Now, it's an Arabic name and it means beloved, and I just think it's super cool, and like it also seems like quite powerful to me. Like I could imagine him being in like a position of power and people loving him and respecting him. Another one is Hugo. Hugo. And I just think this is such a cute name. And I mean, originally I think when I first used to hear this name, I used to associate it with maybe more upper class, posh, snobbish, potentially Sims. But now I do see it more as like an everyday popular name, and I just think it's super cute. It's from Germanic origin, Hugo. It means mind, but it also is a form of hue, and hue actually comes from the word hug. And I just think, oh, that word hug being in the name Hugo, it just makes me think that this little sim would be such a cuddly personality and so warm and loving that no wonder people fall in love with him. Okay, our final name with the meaning of beloved is Erasmus. Erasmus. I really like this one, which is a bit of a shocker because it's actually a bit more unusual for me. Like, it's not one that I've heard of, and it's got a Greek origin and it means beloved. It's also associated with the Saint Erasmus, who's the patron saint of sailors. So I just feel like this sim would maybe like traveling around. Maybe he could even be in Sulani and have his own boat. I just think it could be such a cute one. A name that actually sounds quite similar to Erasmus, but is in a different list. It's actually in the list of gods associated with love and being charming, and that's Eros. Eros. I think it has those similar like Erasmus sounds, probably because it's also obviously of Greek origin, because Eros is the Greek god of love. Now, I think it's actually supposed to be like erotic love, so maybe this sim would grow up to be a bit of a serial romantic and charm the ladies. Potentially. Or you could go the complete other way and just think he's a Greek god of love, so he's powerful, gonna use his love and respect from the people to do well. Could be like a politician or something like that. Going along the desire kind of aspect of things though, you could actually use the name Allele. Allele. Oh my goodness, this is a beautiful name. Like, I literally can picture the sim right now with just gorgeous skin and bright eyes and, oh, just gorgeous Allele. Just so soft and like I could literally imagine just being completely in love. And it's of Indian origins, and it originally means one who is handsome. So I just think if you're wanting a charmer sim that isn't maybe so loving as just people just fall at his feet, this would be the name for you, Allele. I just think he'd be so suave and smooth, and yeah, totally about this name. Okay, so that is it for the boys then. So we're gonna move on to the girls, and we'll start in a similar order. So we'll start with the names that mean love or are associated with it. And the first one I have for you is Amarette. Amarette. Oh, I mean, it's just amour. It's got that amour in it, hasn't it? That French meaning love. And Amarette means little love. And I just think, what could be more cute and perfect for a toddler than a name meaning a little love? I just think it's so cute, Amarette. Okay, another kind of similar meaning with little loved one is the Japanese name of Aiko. Aiko. Oh my goodness, is there a cuter name than this? It's such a short little gem and I love it. I just think it sounds so lovable. Okay, so lastly for the love category, we have the name of Allele. Allele. Oh, I just love the Lee sounds. I just think it sounds so like musical. It's a Native American name and the meaning is, oh, I can't. It means I love you. Literally, I love you. And I just think, what's a sweeter name to name your child? I just feel like the parents of this child, to name their child I love you, must be really loving and caring parents as well. So I think it says just as much about them as it does their child. So you might want to think about your sim's parents. So tying on from the names meaning love, we now have the names more to do with being beloved. And the first one we're going to start off with is the recently really popular name of Esme. Esme. Oh my goodness, like this just became so popular after, I think it's Esme Cullen in the Twilight Saga. Like it just has popped up everywhere and it's so cute, like so sweet. It's a Persian name and it means esteemed and beloved. So I think like this is obviously going to be a woman who, well, a girl who grows into a woman who's really respected by people. So maybe again like a politician or someone in power who is loved by her people and charms everyone. I could see it completely. Another name meaning beloved is Adelpha. Adelpha. Oh, it is a classic Greek name and it doesn't just mean beloved, it means beloved sister. So this would be 100% perfect for a sim that has like a younger sibling or an older sibling and clearly is really, really family orientated, and that's literally what drives this character forward. I just think how cute Adelpha, who really cares about their sibling, like they could have a really close bond, would potentially work really well for a twin as well. Okay, and we also have the name in this category of Kalila. Kalila. Oh my goodness, I absolutely love this. It sounds in my mind a bit similar to the name Allele. I think these two names could be paired together quite nicely, Kalila and Allele. Like if you had a set of charmer twins, that would be brilliant. But Kalila means dearly loved and it's Arabic. And I just think dearly loved, charmer, toddler, perfect, just works. Okay, moving on to the goddess names, which I have to touch on for the girls as well. We instantly go to the name Aphrodite, the Greek goddess of love. Now, I know that it might seem a bit out there for you, Aphrodite. It might just be a bit too unique, but we are obviously talking Sims as well, so why not pull it out of the bag here? I really, really like it. I just think instantly it brings to mind just the word love to me and being loving. Okay, another goddess name that maybe doesn't necessarily come to mind straight away is Freya. Freya. Now I think this is one of my favourites. It's a variant of the name Freya from the Norse goddess of love and fertility. Now I just see anything to do with Norse mythology personally to be absolutely 100% like warrior queen. I know that's not really the case because obviously it's love and fertility, but I still, anything to do with Norse, and that's the picture I get in my head. So I just see her being a really powerful woman, and also if fertility, I see her maybe having quite a few children as well, and just maybe having that, you know, really wants a successful lineage. I could see that for her when she grows up. Finally, we have a name that means desire, okay, for the girls. So if you are wanting a charmer that's maybe a bit more of that serial romantic, this might work quite well. So the name is Asha. Asha. Okay, so it has like Indian Swahili origins and it comes from the Sanskrit word for hope or desire. Now I just think I could see people being like ever hopeful, like they want to be with her, want to be around her, and she's just really desired as a person. I could definitely imagine that for her. I just think Asha is perfect for a charmer sim. And that brings us to the end of our charmer, toddlers, baby sim ideas. I hope you really enjoyed it. Please let me know which one is your favourite and which toddler trait you would like me to do next. I really enjoyed doing this and having just a little chat with you, so thank you. I hope you come along next time. Sweet dreams, dreamers!